What up, family? Back with another one. Now I want to give a shout out to my man Chase. Always doing his thing, man. But why is it when we say we from America, everybody else in the diaspora on that like we somewhere else? We do not. We not y'all. And before I get into this, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. You hear me? But without further ado, let's get into it. I'll have my reactions afterwards.
Non-Americans. How come only Black Americans owe you an explanation of where they're really from? How come Black Jamaicans don't owe you an explanation of where they're really from? How come Black Brazilians don't owe you an explanation of where they're really from? How come Black Colombians and Black Panamanians and Black anybody else, how come they don't owe you an explanation of where they're really from? How come when people from any other country who are Black tell you, I'm from Panama, I'm from Brazil, I'm from Dominican Republic, wherever it is, how come you take them for what they say when they say it, but when a Black American says, I'm American, you ask them, okay, but where are you really from? Why are you always calling Americans dumb when you don't understand the transatlantic slave trade and you don't understand that all these people came on the same boats, just on different stops? And on top of that, how come a Black American who has been here since, I don't know, the 1500s, how come they have to be from somewhere else in Africa? But if a white American whose grandparents came here in like 1920 from Italy says that they're Italian, you're like, no, you're not Italian. You're American. You're not Italian. How come that Black American can't just be American? Please get back to me.
Okay, there's the video, family. And this video went viral on TikTok. And one thing that I found interesting before I respond to this Latino woman's question, okay, one thing I found interesting was the comment section on this video. Okay, and this video went viral. Let me share my screen. Okay, so as you can see, family, on her TikTok page, this video again went viral, had over 50,000 likes. And one thing I found interesting was the comment section. As you'll notice, it had over 3,013 comments, family. 3,013 comments, okay? But not a single one answered the damn question. Now, any other time, these folks on the continent of Africa, these tethers amongst us in the United States of America, folks in the Caribbean, folks in South America, especially the Black Brits, anytime anything comes up with our name, they're always speaking on us. Now, all of a sudden, the cat got their tongue, family. And a lot of people noticed in the comments section, said the rest of the diaspora is ignoring this post. A lot of foundational Black Americans were in the comments. I brought drinks for everybody waiting for the answer to her question. Okay, mind you, we've been here since before the U.S. was officially the U.S. This is a foundational Black American making a key observation. Somebody said, me waiting for the Black Brits to answer. I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled. No response, family. No response to her question. So I said, let me take it upon myself. Since the so-called diaspora, they can't respond now all of a sudden. Like I say, anytime you don't ask for their opinion, they're always bringing us up. They're always talking about foundational Black Americans, what we're doing, what we're not doing, how we're lazy, we have no culture, saying the exact things that she's asking a question about, saying we don't know where we're from. Now all of a sudden, they don't see the post. So let me answer the question, family. And let me get myself on the big screen for this. Now let's chop up some real game real quick, family. Here's the 3 reasons why they're always questioning where we're really from. Okay. First, I need you to understand this, family. That's a statement. When they ask where are we really from, that's a statement, not really a question. Okay. They do it in a very cowardly way. They pose it as a question, but what they're trying to do is make a statement. They're really trying to tell us we're not really Americans. Okay. They're trying to make us some long lost generic Africans. I want you to understand that. It's always rooted in bad faith. They never accept your answer for what it is. And like this Latino woman has noticed, they lead with where you really from. You have to be really from somewhere else. And that's rooted in jealousy, envy, and hatred. But it's done in a very passive aggressive way. It's done through the innocence of like they're asking a question, but like I say again, they're really making a statement. And some people say, well, Chase, what are they jealous, envy, and hateful over? We have to understand the psychological mindset of a tether. That leads us to step number 2 and reason number 2. A lot of them believe, a lot of tethers believe, that the only people who can be from first world countries are white people. Those are the only group of people who can actually claim and be from a quote unquote first world country. If you're from any type of developed nation and you're black, you had to have immigrated there. You had to have. See, family, I want you to understand how phenomenal of a people we are as foundational Black Americans. We are the only group of Black people, one of the only groups of Black people. You maybe can argue the Aboriginal Australia, but Australia is not as developed as the United States of America. It's not as big of an economy. It doesn't have as big of a military. It's not having the influence that the United States of America have. Foundational Black Americans, we are the only group of quote unquote skin folks in the world, Black people in the world, who can claim the rights to a first world country. And not just any first world country, but a country that is considered the most powerful country on the face of the earth, if not one of the most powerful nations or countries the world has ever seen. We can claim that country unapologetically. And not only can we claim it, we can make the argument and stand on the fact that we are the foundations of that country, that that country would not exist if it wasn't for us. That breeds jealousy, envy, and hatred from the diaspora.
Never rush to sue the other driver after a car accident. There may be a much smarter way to get paid a much larger.
So, what they have to do, since they can't debunk the claim, they have to ask this passive aggressive question to try to get us to somehow acknowledge Africa all the damn time. They have to try to passive aggressively Africanize us. Okay? I want you to understand that. And this is rooted in the fact that psychologically, they don't think that anybody who looks like us can be the very foundations of the most powerful country in the world. Self hate. Because when they look around at all Black people around the world, in the country, in the conditions of their homeland, and nations and governments in which they run, it's in shambles. It's in shambles.
And I'm gonna stop it right there, cause I understand what my brother's saying. Brother Chase always spitting knowledge, and I do say that. I feel like that. Like I say, yeah, I make enough to employ somebody from overseas that just got over here. Y'all see how the chef was doing, y'all? What? Don't work for me. I give you 10. I know that 10 gonna do you good. That 10 gonna be 1,000 where y'all from. And y'all don't like that. And y'all don't like that we are part of it. But at the same time, y'all gonna have to get used to it, man. That we'll sit over a few generations and get yourself together, man. Y'all always talking about y'all doing better. Y'all only doing better in your eyes. Cause with them few bucks over there, that's gold. Yeah, gold. Over here, we spending thousands of dollars. We doing what we gotta do. And so I understand the man. Like I say, man, y'all come over here, y'all doing us in. Like we worried about y'all. And we don't even deal with y'all. But at the same time, don't worry about it. We up. I just had to show y'all that video real quick. And they ain't got no questions for the Latino woman. Now let us would have said it. Oh, it would have been 1,000 comments. You us nigga. All that other crazy stuff. But yeah, FBA, just continue doing what you're doing. We ain't worried about the tethers and the immigrants that's coming over here talking stuff because they feel like they doing better than us because they ain't had nothing. And with that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, man. I'm going to keep them coming. I'm out.